We are known as the gateway to the West, but in the shadow of the arch, division stands between our region moving forward in the 21st century. Tonight, a sudden turn appears, possibly changing this. Good evening to you. I'm Corey Stark.
I'm Samantha Jones. News 4 confirming tonight there are now active talks between the city and county. These talks, according to the new mayor Tishaura Jones, involve linking some aspects of the city and county police services closer to one another. Mayor Jones says they're looking at ways to combine public safety, from contracted services to how 911 operates when you call. To her, she says the possibilities are endless. All of this comes tonight as the mayor takes a major focus on justice reform. In doing so, we're learning public safety spending will increase. News 4's ALEXIS ZOTOS is at City Hall tonight.
Sam, justice reform was top priority for Mayor Tishaura Jones' first full day in office here at City Hall. And we got a good look at how some of that will go based on the budget for next year that was introduced today. In fact, it is not a defunding of public safety, but instead a $6 million increase that's proposed. But a lot of it will be used in some new ways.
A long-time demand with an end goal in sight, a plan to officially close the city workhouse or medium security institute by July 1.
Something that I've been calling for since 2016. And now that I have the opportunity to do it, I took it, and we're going to close the workhouse within the first 100 days.
In a newly proposed budget, the city would save $7.8 million with the closure. Some of that money would go towards re-entry programs.
We want to connect people to jobs so they can become productive citizens, and jobs with a living wage. So they'll be picking up a paycheck and not a gun.
Right now, 348 people are being held at the MSI, according to the Close the Workhouse campaign.
People being held in the workhouse are there because they're poor. They're not there because they're extremely violent. They're literally there because they can't afford to buy their freedom.
Mayor Tishaura Jones says multiple things could happen to make the plan a reality. Some nonviolent offenders could be released pending trial. She's asking judges and prosecutors to work on speeding up the justice process, and some detainees could be sent elsewhere, possibly to the county. It's one of the discussions with County Executive Sam Page on working together.
We are actively looking at ways where we can combine our services where it comes to public safety,
as well as public health, including making sure the two health departments are making decisions together during this pandemic.
These borders don't matter to anyone but us who live in it. And so I think the least that we can do is take a look at where we're out of sync and try to get in sync as much as possible.
So as we talk about closing the workhouse, of course, you can still see the damage at the City Justice Center. That's the other jail here in the city of St. Louis. That damage after riots earlier this year. And in those budget conversations, there is money being allocated to continue fixing the malfunctioning lock system at the City Justice Center, as well as some of that damage that has been left behind. Of course, it's day one, first full day in office. So there's a lot of details that are still coming out with this budget, as well as Mayor Jones's plans in office. We have all the details about what that budget includes on the KMOV News app. Reporting live, ALEXIS ZOTOS, News 4.
ALEXIS.